Hello, my name is Dan Callahan, and I would like to talk to you about FOCA. What is FOCA, you might ask? Well, I will tell you. It is the Freedom of Choice Act, and it is a terrible piece of legislation that should never be passed. Under FOCA, parents will no longer be needed to consent on a partial birth abortion. Now, I'm sure most of us know what a partial birth abortion is, and even though people might disagree with me, I tell you it is wrong. But with FOCA, it is not only still allowed, but the young girls having this procedure done do not even need to get consent from their parents. Can you imagine your daughter being able to have a procedure as traumatic and shocking as a partial birth abortion done, and you have no say in the matter whatsoever? I mean, children in grade school have to have permission slips signed to go to museums in the park, but a life can be taken in a terrible way without parents' consent. Another part of this bill will force the people of the U.S. to pay for abortions by way of taxes. Taxes. Honestly, we pay taxes on many things, to maintain roads, to fund health care, and even Social Security. But now you want me to pay my hard-earned money to support murder? Even though I think abortions are completely wrong, the government is going to make me fund one of the most evil and vile things I can think of. I don't think so. However, the sheer lunacy of this bill does not stop there. Also under this bill, faith hospitals will be forced to perform abortions. Now, as I have said, abortion is completely wrong, and yet the government has saw fit to allow many different types to be performed every day. Many in hospitals, and of course many in abortion clinics. Now, some of the hospitals in this bill are referred to as faith hospitals. They are called this because they choose from their beliefs to not perform this disgusting procedure and crime. But now President Obama is trying to force them. So even though our government allows abortion to happen in many hospitals, he is now trying to force every hospital to do it. Now you may ask, what happens if these hospitals refuse? Well, if they do not perform these abortions, then they receive no government funding and will be forced to close. So let's try to find some sense in this. We close thousands of hospitals, which make patient care and the ones that remain fall to a very low standard, and we cut even more jobs in an already struggling economy, just to force these hospitals to perform a procedure that shouldn't be allowed in a civilized society anyway. Clearly, FOCA will not make abortion safe or rare. On the contrary, it will actively promote abortion and do nothing to ensure its safety. So abortion advocates' unrelenting campaign to enact FOCA is a wake-up call to all Americans. If implemented, FOCA would invalidate common sense, protective laws that the majority of Americans support. It will not protect or empower women. Instead, it would protect and promote the abortion industry, sacrifice women and their health to a radical political ideology, and silence the voice of everyday Americans who want to engage in a meaningful public discussion over the availability, safety, and even desirability of abortion. With these reasons alone, we can all clearly see that this bill is wrong and needs to be stopped. Being that we live in a democracy, we have the luxury to make our voice heard. So please, write your congressmen and women and help me put an end to this murderous bill. And audience,